I'm all about language. So in our language, where we come from, we have a word. And that word is искусство. And in another Slavic language, in Russian, there is exactly the same word. So in Russian, there is also a word искусство. However, it has a different meaning. In our language, it means experience. And the same word in Russian means art. So I'm a simple guy. That was maybe the epiphany for me. How to connect experience with something that really interests me. For me, that's a linguistic proof. Art is experience. So I guess the mixture of two brought me to do whatever I do. This is the shortest I can do. And I think maybe that's more interesting and more important than I don't know, some list of biographical facts, which I cannot serve anyway, because I haven't seen a school from inside ever. Well, I am too old to be hiding behind pseudonyms. I've done so many things, and then maybe at the beginning of my career, or at the mid of the career, and it was pretentious to put your name out there. You had to collect that experience that I was talking about, right? Otherwise, it would just be a pretentious, move. And that's one thing. Another thing is, to put up your name in front of something means something, right? You cannot hide behind something, behind a name that you came up with. If it doesn't work, it's not you, it's whatever that is, right? So serious action, serious consequences. Right now, I am in the age of my life where I want to stand also publicly and openly behind what I work. So it's a less of a pretentious move, but more like a liberating for me, actually, regarding the name. Regarding the project, I think we have first to agree what is a gallery, or what is a classical gallery, what you asked, right? If it is a concept that we know from the 70s, preferably white cube with a black-dressed curator. Well, the black-dressed curator I can kind of serve maybe, but I don't know, to be honest with you, many businesses in the year of 2025 that rely on a romantic idea from 1971, right? And I'm pretty much aware that legacy building is also done by, being consistent, by having a space somewhere for many, many years. Well, none of that is me, right? I don't come from a gallerist family. I don't come from a, real estate owner family through generations. However, I do not criticize that concept. I think it's beautiful, and I really love to, have so many amazing colleagues that nourish that heritage and that nourish that knowledge that they give from generation to generation. And I'm snapping off that knowledge as well. However, we are not. Our concept is a different one. So if you would ask me, Denis, what would you like to do? Would you like to spend 150,000 euros on a rent for a space in the center of Zagreb, or let's publish this book that I have an amazing idea for? You know what? I really think that publishing that book would be a better invested money. We live right now in age and time, which I don't need to explain to anyone, where you communicate a lot through so many medias that are available to us, right? Our outreach is, I don't know, big, I guess, for our scale. So let's use that to communicate with people. So much about classical gallery. What about a classical gallerist or a classical collector, right? I do not really believe that there is a need for a gallerist to be connecting the collector and the artist. At least when we are talking about young or mid-term career artists, living artists. They have more than enough possibility to connect with each other. So just having a shop and calling yourself a gallerist is a little bit too little for me. So why do we need that person in between? We don't, as long as the understanding is being in between. So it's all about creating experiences together with the artist, with the creator, and also together with people that are into art. We are one of the few galleries that always travel with our artists. we are here in Zagreb present with our artist. Why? Because I think it's a bonding moment between us and the creator. I think it's an amazing opportunity for people to also meet the person in person. And I am not afraid of the artist meeting the buyer. So I'm not that gatekeeper. That's one investment. Another investment would be, what do you offer to those people more than just, let's say, presented art on the wall? I really appreciate Art Zagreb because it is a fair that really fits to this town. It's not a bombastic, giant art fair. It's a very intimate space. And what I appreciate, at least the last few years that I've been around, is that the team from Art Zagreb every year moves into another fantastic location within the city. So for me, it's a journey of discovery, and I guess also for other guests that come here. So I'm very appreciative of that. The other thing about the scale, I'm very much well aware that in Balkan maybe it would be even difficult to create a big fair. But let's leave those megalomaniac dreams behind us. And let's embrace something that maybe we think it's a disadvantage and turn it into the biggest advantage that we can have. And what is it? To be in a beautiful space like this, to have an opportunity for a real exchange with people, and the time and space we get through that. So that intimacy, I think it's beautiful.